In recent years, NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory has captured thousands of images of the Sun, plasma bursts, and the constant flow of solar wind. But among these regular images, one photograph stood out and caused worldwide debate. It showed a bright, star-shaped object floating very close to the Sun. At first glance, it did not look like a comet, asteroid, or any kind of natural debris we normally expect in space. Instead, its symmetrical shape and sharp design made it appear unusual, almost engineered. The object had a glowing central core with multiple points spreading outward, giving it the look of a starburst. Many researchers noted that natural space rocks are usually uneven and broken from billions of years of collisions. By contrast, this object looked precise, as if it had been built with purpose. Its location was even more mysterious. Hovering near the Sun, where extreme heat, radiation, and gravity would normally destroy any known material. The sighting quickly sparked questions. Could this be an advanced probe, or perhaps even a massive craft under intelligent control? Or was it just another trick of the light? Whatever the answer, the image pushed both scientists and the public to wonder if something extraordinary was happening just beyond our reach. Star-shaped mystery appears. The star-shaped object near the Sun quickly became one of the most talked about mysteries in modern space observation. Unlike the usual irregular shapes of asteroids or meteorites, this object showed a clear and balanced design. Its brilliant center seemed to shine with unusual brightness, while its evenly spaced arms extended outward like the points of a perfect star. Such symmetry is rare in nature, especially so close to the Sun, where chaos rules with fire, plasma, and magnetic storms. Many observers argued that the precision of its shape suggested something artificial, perhaps even a craft. The unusual geometry raised questions about how it could survive near the Sun's surface, where temperatures soar above 500 degrees C and radiation is deadly. For natural objects, survival there is almost impossible. Yet this mysterious star-like figure appeared unharmed. To some, this was evidence that the object might be designed with advanced technology far beyond human ability, possibly by an intelligent species. Others suggested it might be a massive structure, even larger than Earth itself, built to withstand the Sun's extreme environment. The sighting sparked not only curiosity, but also deep speculation. Was this truly a natural formation, or could it be the first visual proof of alien engineering in our solar system? Too perfect to be natural. When scientists and space watchers studied the strange image, one detail stood out above all. The object looked too perfect to be natural. Space debris, like asteroids and meteorites, is always rough, broken, and uneven. Over millions of years, collisions, impacts, and erosion shaped them into jagged and irregular forms. But this object was different. Its geometry was strikingly precise, almost as if every line and point had been placed with purpose. The sharp edges, balanced proportions, and glowing symmetry seemed more like a design than an accident of nature. Nature rarely creates such flawless shapes, especially near the Sun where chaotic forces tear everything apart. This unusual regularity became the first clue that the object might not belong to the natural order of things. Some observers argued it could be a lens flare or camera error, but the detail and brightness of the form made that explanation hard to accept. Instead, the image invited a deeper, unsettling thought: what if it was built? What if it was a machine or structure placed near the Sun with advanced technology? For many, this possibility was far more believable than assuming pure chance had created something so precise in one of the harshest places in the solar system. Heat that destroys all is the most hostile environment in our solar system. Its surface burns at nearly 500 degrees C, while its outer corona blazes even hotter. Streams of charged particles blast outward as solar wind, and waves of radiation sweep across space. Anything that drifts too close is torn apart, melted, or vaporized in an instant. Even our most advanced spacecraft, like the Parker Solar Probe, can only approach the Sun with heavy shielding and still must keep a safe distance. Yet this mysterious object appeared intact, sitting close to the very source of destruction. How could anything survive such conditions? If it were truly solid, it would require materials and technology far beyond anything humans can create. Some imagined protective shielding that absorbs energy, while others suggested it might even use the sun's power as fuel. The mystery deepened because the object did not look damaged or distorted. Instead, it seemed stable and perfectly formed. Its survival in such extreme heat led many to wonder if it was not only artificial but also deliberately designed to withstand the sun's fury. This raised the haunting possibility that the object was built by an advanced intelligence capable of mastering environments where human technology would fail instantly. Bigger than planet Earth. Perhaps the most shocking detail about the mysterious object was its possible size. Based on NASA's solar and heliospheric observatory images, some researchers estimated that it might be larger than Earth itself. This revelation changed everything. A small probe or debris could be explained or dismissed, but something of planetary scale was beyond imagination. If the size calculations were even partly correct, this was no tiny drone. It was a massive structure or craft. The thought of something larger than Earth hovering so close to the sun stirred both wonder and fear. What kind of civilization could build such a thing? And why place it near a star, the most dangerous place in the solar system? A structure of that magnitude would require energy and resources beyond anything humanity could comprehend. It would also suggest a purpose far greater than simple observation. Was it collecting energy, conducting experiments, or simply watching? The sheer scale of the object led many to believe that if it was real, it could not be a mistake or accident. Instead, it might represent deliberate engineering on a cosmic level, evidence that an intelligence far more advanced than us had built something that dwarfed our entire planet, bigger than planet Earth. As experts studied the strange solar image more closely, one estimate made the mystery even deeper. The object could be larger than Earth. This was not a small speck of dust or a piece of rock drifting through space. If the scale of the photo was correct, we were looking at a structure of impossible size. Humanity has built space stations, satellites, and probes, but all of them are tiny compared to planets. Nothing in human history comes close to building something bigger than the Earth itself. The very idea seemed unbelievable. Yet the bright, star-shaped form appeared vast, dominating the space around it near the sun. Such size suggested more than simple exploration. A structure that enormous might be capable of harvesting energy on a scale we cannot yet imagine. It might serve as a station, a power collector, or even a vessel moving through the galaxy. To some, the thought was terrifying. If another civilization had built something that massive, then their technology and power would be far beyond ours. For others, it was inspiring. Proof that perhaps advanced life had reached achievements that one day humans might also dream of. Could it harvest the sun? The sight of the giant, star-shaped object so close to the sun raised another theory. Was it harvesting solar energy? To many, this idea was not far-fetched. Scientists on Earth have already imagined megastructures like Dyson spheres, designed to capture a star's energy for advanced civilizations. If humans can picture such concepts, then a far older, more advanced species might already have the ability to build them. The mysterious object's position near the sun made sense in this context. The sun is an endless power source, releasing more energy every second than humanity has used in its entire history. A civilization capable of interstellar travel would need vast amounts of power, and the most efficient place to collect it would be right at the star itself. Some even suggested the object could move, positioning itself to refuel or recharge before traveling further. To believers, its shape looked like an engineered design, perhaps a solar collector array or a massive machine feeding on the star's radiation. To skeptics, it was just another artifact in the image. Yet the possibility that it was harnessing the sun's energy made the mystery even more compelling. Linking science fiction theories with real space observations, Dyson sphere theories rise. As discussions about the strange object grew, one theory stood out: the possibility of a Dyson-like structure near our sun. The idea came from physicist Freeman Dyson, who suggested that advanced civilizations might build massive machines around stars to collect their energy. A full Dyson sphere would surround a star completely, but even smaller versions, like swarms or partial collectors, could gather unimaginable amounts of power. When people looked at NASA's photo of the star-shaped figure, they saw hints of this theory coming to life. The symmetry, the bright glowing center, and the extended arms all seemed to resemble a purposeful design. If it was truly a Dyson construct, it meant that some alien intelligence was not only real, but operating on a scale that dwarfed our understanding of engineering. This was not just about survival near the sun, it was about mastery of energy on a cosmic level. To skeptics, it was a wild leap, dismissing the sighting as a camera glitch. But to many others, the Dyson sphere theory explained what nothing else could. The object might be part of a grand machine designed to drink directly from the heart of a star. More sightings across space. The mysterious star-shaped object was not the only strange formation ever recorded near celestial bodies. Over the years, similar sightings have been reported close to the sun, near the moon, and even deep in space. Many of these objects shared one unusual trait: symmetry. Unlike space debris or dust particles, which are random and uneven, these forms appeared structured, almost engineered. Some showed cube-like shapes, others spheres, and a few even resembled massive machines with arms or appendages. While skeptics often blamed image glitches, lens reflections, or cosmic rays hitting the sensors, the repeated appearance of these symmetrical shapes convinced many researchers that something more was happening. If the same designs appeared in different places, across different years, and on different cameras, could they all be dismissed as simple errors? To UFO watchers, the answer was no. Instead, they argued that these recurring forms were evidence of a pattern, as if probes or massive constructs were quietly moving through our solar system. The repetition of sightings made it harder to dismiss and easier to believe that humanity might be glimpsing fragments of advanced technology at work, just beyond the edge of our understanding. A probe from far away. One of the most compelling theories suggested that the mysterious object was not a random structure, but a probe sent by an advanced civilization, just as humans have launched the Voyager probes or the Parker Solar Probe to study the solar system. Another species might do the same, only on a far greater scale. A probe designed by such a civilization could be built to survive for centuries, even millennia, gathering information and watching quietly. The sun, being the heart of our solar system, would be a perfect target for study. Its storms, radiation, and energy influence every planet, including Earth. To position a probe there would make sense for any intelligence wanting to understand how our system works. The symmetry of the object added weight to this idea, since machines are often built with balance and design in mind. If it was indeed a probe, its builders must possess technology far beyond anything humans have ever achieved. Materials that resist unimaginable heat and systems that can function under constant radiation. Whether it was observing, refueling, or simply passing through, the thought of a distant civilization placing such a machine near our star gave the mystery a chilling sense of purpose. What are we missing? The strange object near the sun also raised a troubling question. What else is out there that we simply do not see? NASA and other space agencies monitor the skies constantly, yet the universe is so vast that even with our best instruments, we only glimpse fragments. If something this large and unusual could appear in official solar images, what mysteries might remain unnoticed? The Sun itself is only one star among billions, yet we struggle to fully understand even its behavior. Solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and strange anomalies still surprise scientists today. The appearance of the star-shaped object reminded many that our knowledge of space is still limited. While technology allows us to see further than ever before, much of the universe remains unexplored. For every answer science provides, new mysteries seem to emerge. Could other probes or massive structures be quietly watching, hidden among solar storms or deep space shadows? The possibility unsettles and excites at the same time. What we are missing may be far greater than what we already know, and this object could be only one small sign of a much larger truth waiting to be discovered. Tech beyond human reach. If the object near the Sun was real, then its very existence pointed to technology far beyond human reach. No material on Earth could withstand the Sun's deadly heat, the constant radiation, and the crushing gravitational pull. Even our most advanced spacecraft must keep a safe distance and rely on thick shielding just to survive brief encounters. Yet this star-shaped form appeared stable, untouched by the forces that would destroy anything we could build. To many, this was proof of engineering on a level thousands, or even millions, of years ahead of us. Such a craft would need materials stronger than any known element, and power sources capable of resisting or even using solar radiation. Some imagined advanced shielding that turns deadly energy into fuel, while others pictured self-repairing systems that allow it to endure indefinitely. If another civilization had mastered such technologies, then their abilities would make human achievements seem primitive in comparison. The thought was both humbling and terrifying. It suggested we are not the most advanced beings in the galaxy. Instead, we might be in the presence of a power so great that even our Sun, the most destructive force we know, was no threat to it. The debate grows stronger. As images of the mysterious object spread, the debate surrounding it grew stronger. On one side were scientists and skeptics who argued that the sighting could be explained as a camera glitch, a cosmic ray strike, or a simple artifact caused by light interacting with the observatory's sensors. On the other side were UFO researchers and enthusiasts, convinced that the symmetry, size, and brightness were too perfect to dismiss. Online forums, social media groups, and even some news outlets buzzed with speculation. Was it a spacecraft, a probe, or a massive machine feeding on the Sun's energy? Each theory attracted believers and critics alike. The intensity of the discussion revealed something deeper about human nature. Our longing to know whether we are alone in the universe. For every technical explanation offered, more people pointed to repeated sightings of strange objects near the Sun over the years. The argument was no longer about just one image, but about a pattern of anomalies that defied easy answers. Whether artifact or alien technology, the object forced people to take sides, and the clash between belief and skepticism only fueled the mystery further. NASA photo sparks frenzy. On September 11, 2016, a single NASA photo set the UFO community on fire. Taken by the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, the image appeared to capture a massive four-armed object near the Sun. The shape was unlike any comet, flare, or natural fragment normally seen in solar images. Instead, it looked structured, with long arm-like extensions radiating from a central core. As the photo began circulating online, people immediately compared it to the alien tripods from H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. The resemblance to a giant machine gave the image an eerie quality, as if something out of science fiction had suddenly crossed into reality. Social media exploded with theories, and UFO forums lit up with heated debates. Was this a simple artifact, or proof of something extraordinary watching from the edge of the sun? For many, the fact that the photo came directly from NASA made it impossible to ignore. Unlike blurry amateur pictures, this was official imagery from one of the world's leading space agencies. That credibility added fuel to the frenzy, and soon the strange four-armed form was being studied frame by believers and skeptics around the world. Alien tripod comparisons. When the NASA photo of the four-armed object reached the public, one comparison instantly caught people's attention: the alien tripods from H.G. Wells' classic novel War of the Worlds. In the book, the Martian war machines tower over landscapes, with long limbs spreading outward as they unleash destruction on Earth. The NASA image showed a strangely similar design, a glowing central body with what looked like extended arms or appendages radiating out. For many, the likeness was uncanny. Online discussions quickly connected the two, suggesting that the mysterious form near the sun could be more than coincidence. The thought of a machine resembling a legendary piece of science fiction appearing in real solar footage gave the story an almost chilling edge. Was Wells' imagination close to reality, or was humanity projecting familiar shapes onto something unknown? While skeptics dismissed the resemblance as fantasy, others argued that the comparison added weight to the idea of an artificial craft. The tripod image had long been a cultural symbol of alien power and invasion. Now, with a NASA photograph that seemed to mirror it, the line between fiction and possibility felt thinner than ever before. Energy shield or artifact. As more people examined NASA's solar footage, another theory began to surface: that the strange structures near the sun might act like energy shields. During Comet Leonard's approach in 2021, cameras captured what looked like a massive shield-shaped object forming between Earth and Venus. To some viewers, it seemed as though the structure was blocking part of the comet's tail, almost as if protecting Earth. This was not the first time such shapes had appeared. Earlier, in 2020, observers noticed a wheel-like object near Venus that seemed to emit a beam of light. Each new sighting fueled the idea that these were not random glitches but possible defensive or energy-based constructs. Could advanced civilizations have created giant shields or collectors to harvest energy, or even guard planets? NASA explained these shapes as optical reflections caused by bright planets like Venus entering the telescope's view. But for many, the timing and placement felt too precise to dismiss. The possibility that Earth might be shielded by an unknown force or structure captured imaginations worldwide. Was this evidence of alien technology, or just a repeating camera artifact? The debate only grew stronger with each new image. NASA calls it a glitch. In response to the growing wave of speculation, NASA released official statements about the mysterious objects near the sun. According to the agency, what people saw was not a spacecraft, shield, or alien probe, but rather a common artifact caused by the cameras themselves. High-energy cosmic rays can strike the sensors, creating bright streaks, shapes, or symmetrical patterns that are not really there. Other times, internal reflections from bright planets like Venus or Earth can produce geometric illusions that look structured. NASA explained that the four-armed tripod object, the Cube sightings, and even the shield-like shapes were all examples of these technical glitches. For scientists, this was a straightforward answer. But for UFO enthusiasts, the explanation felt too convenient. Many pointed out that similar anomalies had appeared repeatedly across years of solar images, sometimes with shapes too precise to dismiss as random. The official response did little to calm the debate. To some, it seemed like damage control. an attempt to stop public curiosity before it grew out of hand. Whether glitch or craft, the mystery remained alive, and every new image only reignited the question of what NASA might really be seeing. Trust vs. Concealment. NASA's explanation of glitches and reflections did not end the discussion. It fueled a deeper divide. For many, the agency's answer was logical, grounded in science, and consistent with known imaging issues. Yet for others, it felt like a deliberate dismissal. UFO researchers and enthusiasts argued that NASA might be hiding the truth, either to avoid public panic or because governments already knew more about extraterrestrial life than they admitted. This tension between trust and suspicion has long surrounded space exploration. Every official statement that downplays strange anomalies is met with doubt from those who believe secrets are being kept. The mysterious objects near the Sun became another flashpoint in this ongoing debate. Were they harmless artifacts, or real evidence of technology far beyond our own? If NASA was concealing information, what was the reason? Protection, control, or fear of the unknown? On one side stood science, demanding caution and proof. On the other stood imagination and mistrust, fueled by decades of unanswered questions. The gap between the two only grew wider, and the star-shaped mystery near the Sun became more than an image. It became a symbol of the struggle between belief and authority. Solar UFOs through history. While the 2016 photo stirred global attention, sightings of strange objects near the Sun are not new. Reports date back to the early days of modern astronomy in the 1950s and 1960s, when astronomers using advanced telescopes noticed dark spots moving independently of solar flares or planetary bodies. These anomalies were often dismissed as optical illusions, but they planted the first seeds of curiosity. With the launch of the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory in the 1990s, new waves of sightings began. Its constant stream of images revealed not only solar flares and plasma eruptions, but also shapes that seemed structured, spheres, cubes, and angular objects that appeared to hover near the Sun. Some even seemed to move across frames, fueling theories that they were more than random noise. In 2011, the so-called Cube UFO became a global sensation after a massive square form appeared near the solar surface. NASA explained it as a data processing error caused by cosmic rays, but UFO researchers argued the detail was too precise. Over time, these sightings created a long history of debate, linking strange solar anomalies to the possibility of extraterrestrial technology hiding in plain sight. The Cube UFO of 2011, one of the most famous solar anomalies, appeared in 2011 when images from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory seemed to show a massive cube-like object near the Sun. Unlike random flares or distorted pixels, this form looked geometric, with sharp edges and a blocky outline.